Hi everyone, welcome back to an episode of Ethereal Love. This is Daphne, and on today's episode, we talk about scary movies, dating, partying, and living situations. So enjoy.
Yeah.
It starts to happen in the house, and then I'm just gonna spoil it. Turns out the person that like originally killed everyone in the house is still living in the house, like inside the walls, and instead of it being a ghost, it's like an actual person. So I would never live like the house that I'm gonna live in the future is brand new.
Oh my god!
I don't care. Like I'm not living in an old house.
You was living in the basement or what?
In the walls.
It's like in the walls and in the basement. It was like there was a way through, like like the closet in the stairs. There was like a secret door there because
like
you
Parasite.
Yeah, because you see the sister get grabbed and she dies because he kills her. Yeah, so
Is it called The Boy? Is that
no, not The Boy.
So yeah, it sounds like The Boy.
It's,
that's the same plot as The Boy.
Did we watch it?
Yeah, we watched it.
The Boy,
But,
it's like this guy living in the walls, and this woman is babysitting a doll.
Because you're saying like, oh, you want the
But
house you live in to be
He's
brand new.
technically in the walls,
But
and
like,
then his parents like killed themselves.
like people say
was
that
an
like,
interesting
oh,
plot.
spirits associate themselves not with the house but with the land. So even if the house that you live in the future is built brand new, like someone still could have died on that land, like in
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
spot.
saying.
You know what I mean? So it still could be like.
I'm just gonna die.
don't like real estate agents have to like tell you like
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like they have to explicitly disclose it or it's like if you ask.
Yeah.
The movie was Aftermath.
Probably like if you ask they have to tell you.
Oh, we
you
started
know?
already? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know we hit record on that.
Interesting.
I don't remember the movie though.
Aftermath. Did you not watch it with us?
No.
What's it called?
Was it one of your guys'
Aftermath.
movie nights?
Aftermath.
Yeah, it's with one of the characters from Twilight.
Robert.
Uh,
Robert.
No, it was like one of his siblings.
Kristen
Alice?
Stewart.
Oh, Alice.
Yeah.
The
Ashley
one that
Greene.
could see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all watched Twilight?
Yes.
Not all of it.
Manny still
I
needs
still
to watch
haven't
it.
watched the last
I've never
movie.
seen
I think
one movie.
the last
surprisingly.
I watched it high. I did not know what the fuck was like.
Gotta watch every movie high.
I couldn't believe that this was like a movie that was like everyone was talking about. I was like, there's no way this movie, like everyone actually loves this movie.
But they
It's
do?
a different time.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like I literally watched it for the first time last summer. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like it just seems so bad to me.
No, it's a comedy.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, I was laughing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But
it's a
like,
classic.
It is a classic.
I mean, I saw like a lot of like clips and stuff. Like you remember like in like 2012, like
Oh, like all the spoofs, like
Yeah,
you hear-
parodies,
like
parodies,
Rodriguez.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. He's like, "Say, what am I? Say it out loud."
Yeah, and then when
Mermaid.
I saw the movie, I was like, oh, like, what, like,
Aw.
like the whole time I watched the movie, I was just thinking like, why do I feel like I've seen this before? But it was like, it's okay. The chord is already loud. But yeah, Twilight. It was weird.
The only ones worth watching, in my opinion, is the first one and then both parts of the last one.
First one and both parts of the last one.
Because they,
I don't think I saw the very, very last one. I think I only saw the first part of
the
last
very, very last
There's-
one.
one. So there's two
Four.
parts. Oh.
There's 4, but then part 4 has part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's like in that,
No, there's.
technically, 5 movies.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought there was 4.
5 movies. So it's in that same era
Oh.
when Harry Potter did
the
part 1
part
and 2 of
one. Oh,
Deathly
yeah.
Hallows. So it was like Twilight, Hunger Games,
Mm-hmm.
all of those did 2 parts. So yeah.
Yeah,
That was
So
a
when it
good
started.
era. I watched Hunger Games. Like we bought the ticket in like last second, like an hour before, and this was like opening weekend. I didn't know it'd be like that packed. And so we had to sit in the very, very front. And the shit gave me like motion
Dude.
sickness.
Yeah, fuck sitting in the front at a movie
Like,
theater.
why
bro.
do they even have
your
seats
neck,
there?
You're just like,
Yeah, like what's the point of having seats
No one
there?
wants to sit there.
Yeah,
Some people
you're
do.
literally-
It's weird.
Really?
You're literally like neck up, just like, and you have to like look all over and like, oh shit, what just happened?
Or if you're at like the front but on like the very right or left.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
weird.
You're like this.
Like, what's the point of having seats there even? You know?
Did you guys see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Not yet.
I want to.
Oh, we thought you
shit.
saw it.
No,
Oh.
I want to
haven't
see
even-
it.
I haven't even seen Doctor
Because
Strange
me and
yet.
Daphne
Me
just
too.
went to go see it.
Was it as good as everyone said?
No,
Really?
I think
it's a good movie.
if it
Oh.
wasn't as hyped as it was, like, yeah, I would have thought it was really good. Also, maybe if we like smoked a little, but at least in my opinion, compared to how I reacted to Parasite, it wasn't as good. But for the concept and the meeting and the storyline, I thought it was a pretty cool movie. But I think just like everyone hyping it up to be like, oh, the best movie ever,
Yeah.
it kind of went afterwards. We're kind of like,
Like, do you
Whatever.
think it got like the hype because just the fact that it was like an Asian actor type thing? Like, because you said you related to Parasite, and like with Parasite, I did not know what the fuck I was getting into, and then I watched, I was like, oh shit, that's actually really good. But then now I feel like if I ever watch like any Asian movie, it's like okay, I'm not supposed to, but like, you know, in my head, I kind of like base it off of Parasite. Because that was like my first experience ever watching an Asian movie, because it's like I didn't really know that like other countries made good movies like that, you know.
You never watched
What?
You never watched The
Train to
Grudge
Busan?
or Train to Busan?
I watched it after I watched Parasite, because I was like, oh shit, you know, fuck, like what else do they got? And
You
I
should
watched-
watch The Grudge, the Japanese version.
I haven't even seen that either.
I'm not watching Asian horror films. Fuck
No?
that.
Ju-on?
ooh,
Oh my God.
No, I watched
the
that.
That's
Haunted
one?
Asylum.
scary.
I
Oh,
haven't watched that one.
I watched that because I went to my friend's apartment in like 6th grade, and then we watched it, and
That's pretty scary.
we recorded ourselves watching it, like, because it was like that age where like everyone wanted to record their reactions type of thing, and if it was a funny reaction, you just post it, and then we record ourselves, and we would like, we were scared at like every part, bro. It was-
wait, Ju-on Origins is like the original Grudge, right?
Yeah.
You guys should
It's way
watch
scarier.
Gunjiam, the Haunted Asylum. That was the movie that I was like, okay, I'm actually really scared.
Oh.
Like I had to
They don't play.
I
They
usually
don't.
don't get scared with scary movies either, but afterwards I was like, okay, I'm actually peeing with the lights on. We were all like screaming and narrating everything
Peeing
that
with
we
the
were
lights
doing because of how scared we were all, or how scared all of us were
How
after
old were
watching
you
it.
when you watched it?
This was like a couple months ago.
Oh, dang.
So,
Yeah.
so you pee with the lights off at night?
Only after that movie.
No,
I'm saying you pee with the lights off at night normally.
No.
like
Oh.
beforehand?
No, I meant on. Yeah.
Or like did you mean like sleep with the lights?
No, like we finished watching the movie and then after, because it was a whole bunch of us, right? After everyone
Uh-huh.
left, it was just, I think like 3 or 4 of us left at home, and then all of our lights were on. I was like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh,
Like no one
okay,
come
okay.
out. Like we were narrating every single thing.
Oh my
At least
God.
I was. I needed
That's
to.
how much like fear it instilled in you guys.
you guys
For
have
a
like a
little bit.
movie that's like traumatized you, like
No,
even still now?
no.
Because when I was in 4th grade, I watched Paranormal Activity for the first time, and that was like my
The
first
first
ever-
one?
Mm.
Yeah, the very first one.
Those were good.
And like I didn't like that was like my first time ever watching like an actual like scary movie, aside from like one that's like kind of joking type thing, you know. But I remember watching it because it was a family party, and it was a Halloween family party, so we all like tried to watch it, and my cousin who's my age was there too, so we were like, fuck it, let's watch it.
Oh,
That shit-
Toby, the first one, right?
Huh?
Is that the name of the ghost? Toby.
Toby's the 4th one,
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
or
I
the 3rd one too.
I didn't watch any of the ones after because of that one, but that shit scared like
No,
That
I
shit-
watched them all in a row when I
Because
was in high
it
school.
looks-
I never watched
it
them.
looks so real just because it's like a security camera, you know.
Some of it, I'm just like,
It
what the
happens in
fuck?
San Diego.
Yeah, and that part
one of
too. That
Oh,
the very first one,
yeah.
like it happened like Escondido or something, or like
Oh yeah,
Oklahoma,
that's so
you know?
cool.
That is cool.
And
You guys should
that
watch it.
that shit actually scarred me for like a year, bro. I would be too scared to go upstairs by myself, because
Yeah.
when I was in 4th grade, my room would be down a long ass hallway, like past the past
There's nothing happening. You can't really.
past the past the washer and dryer. So then I would have to walk past it, and then like I would be scared if I ever looked down it. I would just see a head poking out, and then it would just go away as soon as I see it.
Or like I think in the 3rd one, the way that the camera angle works, they put it on a fan, and you know how
Oh, yeah, it
fans
just
are,
oscillates,
Yeah,
yeah.
they oscillate, right? So it's like, oh, you're in the kitchen in the living room, and you
Yeah,
see the
they
fan
just- you
moving.
just know something's
so
gonna
it's
pop
like,
up, like-
yeah, and then
Oh.
you see the sheet, and the sheet
Yeah.
moves closer and closer, and then it just drops.
I remember in the first one, like she straight just gets dragged out of her bed, and that shit scared me, bro.
What's her
I-
name?
I've never
Katie
seen
or
any
something?
of the movies.
No.
Same. I've seen like close, but that's it.
Like it's actually
I saw the parody.
They're not
with,
bad.
Like, Charlie
I mean,
Sheen.
they kind of are, but they're not bad.
You see that one?
Bro, Charlie Sheen's so funny.
Winning.
I think they're scary in the way that like this could be a scene. Like if you were prop a camera in the corner of this room,
Yeah.
it could be a
That
scene
could be
from the
your room.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
that's the
of
part.
how realistic it is. It's not like the found footage films where it's kind of exaggerated,
Mm.
but more so like she's in her home just sleeping and all this stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they have like a fucking like cameraman and everything, you know. Like it just seems like they're literally just holding a camera, documenting everything.
Like this.
Yeah,
If this
Yeah.
is a found footage film.
I don't know, man. Fuck. I mean, I don't really care about scary movies. Like after that, after I got over that, I don't really get like traumatized anymore. It's more just like a jump scare will like, you know, it'll of course get me, but after that, I'm just like, oh, okay. But like I don't know. Like the only movies that like actually like get me are like the psychological ones, you know. I like
Which
those.
one?
More like, I mean, not really like movies, but I remember I used to watch like psychological anime, and that shit would actually like fuck me up for like a week.
Oh yeah, one thing that messed me up when I was a kid. I think I was like in 2nd grade, but I was watching Detective Conan, and then that has to, if you guys haven't watched it, that's like an old anime. It has to deal with like solving crimes and mysteries.
Yeah.
But there was this one, I think it was either a movie or just one of the episodes, but this guy got sawed in half. They didn't show that scene, but they showed the scene where one half of his body was in another room and the other side was in, like, the other half was in a separate room. And I remember just watching it as a kid, and I was like, what the heck?
No,
That's
you know,
scary.
in like Full Metal Alchemist. When
The mother scene?
no, the one with the daughter and the dog,
that
bro.
one's so sad. Spoilers.
That shit actually scarred me, bro. I was like, oh my god, like this shit's actually like twisted, bro.
Yeah, that was so sad. Like everyone that watched Full Metal Alchemist, they know that.
Have you seen it, Manny? Full Metal Alchemist?
No, I still haven't. I know that's like the top rated anime, or at least Brotherhood, but yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my. It's my like top. It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
Is that a plane outside?
That is a plane
Oh,
outside.
okay.
It's a helicopter.
Oh, is it? Fuck.
There's a whole
it's
scene
not
going
outside.
on outside.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear it
yeah.
right now. Yeah, someone's getting fucking arrested right now.
Yeah, before this started, we just heard the police.
Yeah, just speaking over the megaphone, like, there's such and such address. Come out with your hands up and nothing. Like, damn.
Like what? Like I wanna know what actually happened. Like, it has to be a neighbor, right? That just straight up just called him.
Is this anime for
It has
Valorant?
to be. Yeah. I saw this topic on like a video, but so it was first kisses like on a date. Like, when do you think it should happen? Or like, because usually it happens at the end, right?
Yeah.
But I heard it's kind of awkward if it happens at the end, like when you're
You guys,
Bring them
you
up. Yeah,
guys
I
do
know
first kisses on first dates?
I
or just
just
first
Yeah.
kisses in general.
Really? First dates?
Yeah.
I think it depends on
Yeah.
the
How it went,
date.
Or-
Yeah.
And
like
just
how
like the
it-
person, you know?
Yeah.
Just the vibe.
or like how it was built up before that, or what? Kind of just.
I don't know, because I've gone on dates with guys where I'm like, I don't know if I'd sleep with you, if that makes
That's
sense.
valid.
Right? So it's like, I don't know, either or. Because I've had kisses after the first date, but I've been in the position where I'm like, I'm okay not doing that. But I did also go on a second date.
Oh.
But then I think like my instinct to not do that on the first date was like, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I mean, like, I feel like if you, like, I don't know, I've never, like, kissed someone on the first date, because, like, for me, the first date is just, like, you barely know them, you know, and it's, like, it's kind of, like, expected that, like, the first date's gonna be weird, you know, and it's, like,
Yeah.
Why is it expected that it's going to be weird, though?
I mean, like, worst case scenario, you know, it's just always, like, it's the first time, like, ever, like, assuming it's, like, your first time ever just, like, you two going out on a date, you know, then
Yeah.
it's, like, it's kind of your first ever, what do you call it? I don't know, like,
Meeting them.
Yeah, meeting them where it's just you two and you guys know that your intentions are set, kind of thing. Like your intentions are for each other.
Yeah.
And then just like both of you guys being in that position, and then no one wants to like say it, you know, like no one wants to like actually be like, oh yeah, you know, aren't my intentions, you know, blah blah blah. Like, you know, I really like you, you know, and it's like I don't like probably within like the first hour no one's gonna say that, you know. It's just like you just want to play it cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I don't know. I feel like first dates are always kind of weirdish in a
They're
way.
usually supposed to be like short. Like, oh, like something to get boba, get coffee, just to see if you guys match as people. And then the second date is where it should more likely, like,
Be like a dinner.
yeah,
More
or
like-
like something more open to that, you know? But I don't know. People have different rules for first dates.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any?
I mean, one first date I did was I took her to the Del Mar Fair. So we spent like,
Damn.
it wasn't like
That's
straight
a
up-
long first date.
Yeah,
But-
we spent like 5 hours. You know?
How long were you guys talking before that?
And were you guys friends or you didn't know
No,
each
I
other?
straight up just like DM'd her on Twitter, and then like I think we only texted for like a week or two, and then I was just like, oh, because I don't really like texting either, so it's like I'd rather just go straight into like meeting them in person rather than like prolong this whole texting thing, you know?
Ooh,
But that's like a big commitment. Imagine if you guys didn't get along and then you're stuck with her at the Del Mar Fair. What are you going to do? Leave her there?
Well, I mean, it's like, I mean, for me, I don't really like, I don't know, like I've never had that, so I don't really know what I would do. Like I've never been on a date and be like, I don't really think those girls. It's always just like, if I notice something weird, I'll be like, oh, like I'm down to like actually talk about it and like bring it up to like see
Yeah.
what it's like. I'm not gonna be like, ew, you know, and then just not talk to them ever again, you know?
Me and Daph were like texting for like 2.5 weeks before we ever linked.
But that's because you had COVID.
And
Is
then
that-
your
is that-
housemates also had COVID.
Is that considered long to you guys? 2 weeks before ever?
meeting?
I've done a month.
Mm,
You know,
Before meeting?
I feel like in my experience, like when I was single, it's like if I had been talking with someone for like 2 weeks and we still hadn't like linked up, then it's like the chances of us like actually going
Ever.
on like that first date
yeah.
is like pretty close to zero, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, me too. Because
And-
because like like last year when I was talking to some people, it was basically like what Manny was saying. Like if you're talking to them for like 2 weeks, then that's pretty long for like not meeting them.
Yeah.
Because like you were
right.
saying, I'm not like a texting type of person too. So I'd rather like you text to get
To set up the date.
to set
you
up the
know?
date exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there
Like-
was this one TikTok I saw from a woman's perspective also, and she was saying like, oh yeah, like if after like 3 or 4 days of talking to each other, like texting, whatever, the guy hasn't like made any intentions to like go on a date with you, then it's like kind of weird from their perspective, you know, because it's like, why are we
Mhm.
talking, but this isn't going anywhere, you know?
Yeah, like I'd
Yeah.
rather get to know someone through like in person,
Yeah.
rather than text them about
Mhm.
it. Yeah, but that's just me.
I mean, not to
What do you
say
think?
that there's like rules for it, you know, like it shouldn't be like, oh, like if he doesn't text you within 3 days, blah blah blah, that means this and that. It's just kind of like, that's just in general how the course of it goes, kind of like, that's just, like that's not, like if I didn't know that, I still would try to set up something after talking to them for like 3-4 days,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like first date's kind of weird, but it's like I feel like if it doesn't go weird, then that's good, because then it's like I feel like I always expect it to go weird, but then if it doesn't, then it's like, oh shit,
Have you guys kissed on the first date though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had our first kiss before our first date.
I guess people, period.
Wait, so what would you say our first date was?
He's like, that wasn't a date?
When we
No,
went bowling.
Oh, the bowling. Okay.
'Cause-
So like the first few times we were together, we were just like hanging out then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually,
You even said it. You
yeah.
even
No.
said it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
up. I was like,
So what was
I got the receipt.
He's like,
No, yeah.
so what was it like?
What was what?
Wait,
No,
so
I
you
thought he was
two
just, like,
were
questioning
just
all
you
that.
two together bowling, and that wasn't considered a date?
No.
Oh.
Because we hung out a lot, and then he was like, stuff happened, and then he was like, okay, like this will be our first official date. Like I'll plan it. You don't gotta worry about anything. Like just let me do everything, and then like be ready at this time. I was like, okay,
Were those hangouts just you two?
and like he was just coming over.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
But then he slowly we started making dinner together. I got your laundry. I'll make your coffee. And, then-
oh.
I was like making your bed in the morning and shit. Yeah.
and at that point, because it's funny, like the first week happened, right? And then I get back from Vegas, and then all of a sudden he's doing all this stuff. And my housemate was like, oh, he likes you. I was like, nah, he's just being nice. Like if
Damn.
I'm like losing sleep before work, and he's just doing this to like be nice. Like he's just a cool person. I'd be like, okay, cool.
I mean,
She's
I am
like,
a cool
no,
person, but
he was like, no, he likes you. And then a week later, he's like, oh, I like you. I was like, I was like,
yeah.
that's not what you said this was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's fine if things don't like follow the course you expect it to. If it like goes
Yeah,
in
it
an
does.
unexpected direction, you know, whatever the heart wants, you know,
Gotta let it be organic.
just let it
you
be.
know?
Yeah.
The heart wants what it wants.
If it's meant to be,
It's
it'll
meant-
be.
Yeah. Oh, I have another question. Coming from your perspective, and I guess yours too. Like, do guys kiss weird the first time?
I will say, out of all the people I've kissed, girls are a lot better, except for some exceptions. Yeah.
Okay. like how?
You guys make
what's
a face.
like
face?
what can
Like
you?
what,
What's
like-
the face? Like,
What's
like
the- yeah, what's the
yeah.
Yeah, tell.
By,
Is it the-
by
the-
kissing, do you mean just
the
like a
duck lips?
peck or like
No,
making out?
either
Not
one.
the duck lips, but it's like where your
It's like
your mouth is open and then you stick your tongue out a little bit.
like
not like that, but like it's like you
do
should
the face. Do the face.
so what? Mouth open, tongue a little bit.
Or they're like,
Yeah.
Is it really like?
Yeah. Cause I mean like the first time we kissed, you didn't make the face.
Yes.
But
So
now I like
what
I
is
see
the
the face
face?
and I think it's funny, but I'm like, okay.
When you
it's
did
cool.
it.
what
He
was
did
the
the
face?
Just rewind it.
You can do it.
You'll see. He's like, I ain't
All
doing it
right,
again.
I'll check the cameras.
Wait, like, what? I can't imagine like
Because
actually.
it's like you're not supposed to.
Mm.
Don't make the face for the kiss until you're like literally about to kiss.
so then,
Mm.
so up
Just
until
like-
you're 1 millimeter away, straight face.
Wait, also like the eyes. Like, is it like
It's
you
a lot in
close
the
it
eyes.
until you make contact, or is it? Or is it?
It's like you close your eyes like right like before it's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Or
Yeah.
like you look down at their lips and then back
yeah,
up.
yeah.
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 Because
Really?
I was talking to Jered about this, and I was like, because when I saw the video, I was like thinking about, I was like, how did I do it? And then I was like, oh, I don't think I hope I didn't do that, because
What
I was like
video?
thinking about it. I saw this TikTok and they were talking about it,
Oh.
but my thing was like you would like bring them closer to you rather than you going to them.
That's usually what I do. I had.
I remember.
Hand back of the
Yeah,
neck. Like,
I did.
No, not like
I was
that.
like, oh no.
because my thing,
You know,
my
I
thing,
grab like
I mean,
the side of
after
their
the
face. Like,
oh, okay, yeah. My thing was like you grab like either their face or like their chin
Just
or
caress.
something.
Nah, 'cause I remember I got called out one time because
Wait,
was
wait.
because
For
I
what?
for this one girl that I was
like, yo,
talking
birthday.
to.
Like,
I didn't think about it, but I straight up just like kissed her with my eyes open.
What?
Why? You're
I
just
didn't-
like,
Did she open her eyes? How'd she know?
I don't know. That's what I was.
Yeah, like how'd you know?
So like I went in for the kiss, and like she was like shorter than me, so like my eyes were like basically closed. Like I'm looking down, you know, like
he said,
Your eyes are like open like 2 millimeters.
yeah.
how are you-
It's not like I'm just like
or you can-
like eyes wide, like hella wide open, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
child.
like I didn't think to like I don't know. And then after that I was like, damn, I think she's right. And then I'm like, shit.
I have a picture of you sleeping,
Me?
and then your eyes are like they're like
Just
so-
barely open.
Yeah,
Who, me or Manny?
you,
From when?
Mammoth,
Fuck, man.
because you were sleeping, and then I think it was another Andrew. He was like, "Are Jared's eyes open?" And then
Oh, yeah.
because
I
we were
sleep with my eyes
because we
open.
were talking about something, and then we didn't know you were asleep, and then we looked, and he was like,
Is this in the
Is it-
morning?
"No, this is like at night."
Oh, what the fuck?
After I got injured. And then yeah, we were like, wait, his eyes are open. And then literally they became a little wider. I
Damn.
thought you were awake.
No, because I think my eyes
They
when
roll
I
back,
sleep,
right?
my eyes are like basically like this. Like
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 he's
that.
faded.
yeah, basically. But I mean, I don't know. I thought that was a normal thing. Like
What,
do
with
you
your
guys
eyes open?
Yeah.
Like
Because a lot
kissing
of
with
my
your
I
eyes
feel like
open?
my
No,
eyes
no.
are 100% closed when I sleep.
when you sleep, like straight
Oh,
shut.
that
the
true?
sleeping one.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
so.
I cover my whole face when I sleep. I hate when
Under the
sun-
blanket?
Like this.
Yeah.
You sleep like this.
Yeah, you just
I
hotbox.
suffocate.
No, I
Yeah.
suffocate and
I can't
I
have
sleep.
my head under the blanket.
I can't.
I mean,
It's
I
too
don't have
hot.
I'll make a little pocket so like some air can get in. But I hate when the sun hits my eyeballs or my eyelids. I will wake up.
Oh, I love it when the sun hits my face.
You need blackout curtains.
I do.
But then if you do, you're gonna sleep for way longer.
I am.
I'd say I have been.
I mean, I have when I just wear a sleep mask. Like I wake up, I'm like, are we in the same century? I don't even.
So, out of the majority of the guys that you've kissed, like, did almost all of them make the face?
I don't know what the
Like,
face
what's
is.
the percentage? What's
Is it just like a weird face or like just their mouth open like weirdly? Is that what the face is?
like tongue, tongue
Like what she was
out
saying,
already?
like-
just
Like,
I-
from what I
I
heard, it's
honestly
like
don't
mouth like all
remember.
the way open. Like,
I think more recently, I just
well, isn't that a good thing then that you don't remember, since it's not that like noticeable?
Not that prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I note a couple of times that it's happened, but for the most part, I don't really.
did you
notice.
laugh?
She start.
No.
If I go in for a kiss and she starts laughing, I'm
leaving.
I'm walking home, dude.
It's like,
He's not
take the
driving
car.
home. He's walking home.
Yeah, like you can
My
have my
goes-
car, man. Here's the keys. I'm going home.
What the hell?
How do you guys initiate the kiss?
I was saying this earlier. Mine was, like obviously like eye contact, and then rather than me going to them, I bring them to me.
Mm.
Like either like hand on face or like chin.
Yeah.
Usually the chin one.
Oh, he's a romantic type.
It depends how
Yeah.
tall they are too. Because like
Well, usually they're not taller than me.
yeah, well I mean like if they're hella short, like if they're like to like if the top of their head is to my chin,
Oh,
then yeah, I do that. But if it's like they're a little bit taller, then if it's like leaning distance, then I'll go for that.
Oh. Well, even if they're like no matter what the height, I still like I put the hand to guide them.
So if she's taller than you still do it?
That's so funny though.
Wait, you pull on their chin down? Like
Or you get up on your tippy toes and
You grab them.
I guess I don't know.
she grabs you up and then
she's like this.
your feet are off the floor, just dangling.
No, well, I've never kissed someone taller than me, so I don't know.
Yeah, neither have I. So, well, yeah,
I guess
I don't know.
I'll never know.
I don't really like. It's not like if I go on a date, I don't plan to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kiss her. It's just like it just happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see like that turning into like you waiting too long too. I guess. Like I don't know. Like how long do you guys think it should take for you guys to kiss?
I think it depends on your chemistry with the
Yeah.
person.
like the dynamic,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know like some people are like, oh, if he doesn't kiss you on like the first like 2 weeks, then it's like
That's a while,
yeah.
It's pretty conservative, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's for me. It's just like it just happens. Like it's not like I plan it, or it's not like I think, oh, it's been 2 weeks, or like, oh, it's been a week.
I think it depends on how well you get to know each other within the first couple of dates. Because it's like, oh, if it's a brief coffee date, or like if it's something short within an hour, I don't think, or personally, I wouldn't want a kiss, right? But if it's like, oh, you like, if you guys spend a few hours together, maybe if the chemistry is like really, really good. But then it's like, I think if you get to a third or even fourth date, then it's like, okay, yeah.
Okay. Have you like, you say a lot about like coffee dates. Have you ever actually been like on a coffee date? Like I've never heard anyone go to coffee for their first date.
It seems like something you hear about a lot,
Yeah, but I've never.
but never actually hear about it.
Yeah.
I know boba is a more popular first date. Like, oh, let's go get boba. Let's go, and it's kind of like, let's see where the night goes.
But like, what happens? You guys both drive to this boba spot
Or like someone picks you up, and then
Yeah.
you kind of just talk, hang out, and then
for
sometimes
like
it's like
an hour, and then you just leave.
sometimes like if usually like from a girl's perspective, it's like, oh, I don't really know how I feel about this guy. Let me just say like, oh yeah, this is a time slot. I'm free. I have plans afterwards because I've done that before.
Mm.
Where it's like I have a reason to dip out.
Sounds like an interview. Like you're scheduling an interview.
Well, considering it from the
It
girl's
kind of
perspective, when you
is.
don't know this person
Yeah.
and it's like a completely random person off the street or like
Yeah.
off the dating apps too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I from like my experience, I noticed a lot of them rather than like meeting at the date for the first time, like this one time, one of them, like we were already talking like about where we work. And then this one time they were like, the first time we met was at my work. They were like, oh, where do you work? Blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I work here. And then like a few days later, they were like, oh, I'll visit you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then that was like the first time we met.
That's kind of weird for like them because it's like you're working and they're not. You know? So it's that kind of like sets a weird dynamic from the start. I feel like at least, you know.
Yeah, I know. I get that because it's like on one side you have like someone who has a bunch of responsibility and like you know they have to do something to like, get money. You know, another person like they don't have anything. Yeah, like what
At the
else?
moment,
Yeah, you know,
like-
like what else do you do? You know.
The way I thought about it was like the thing where they just want to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, rather than, you know, meeting for the first time, being like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know if this guy's like who he actually is, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, they were like,
So what do? They just like they look at you. Oh, okay, and they just walk back.
no,
home.
from what happened was they came and then I was like, oh, hey, what's up?
Mhm.
And then they were like, they like ordered the drink and whatever. We like talked for like a little bit, like a minute or two. And then it felt kind of like it was their thing. They just wanted to like make sure I wasn't like a weirdo or something.
Just make sure they weren't getting catfish.
Yeah, so I guess something like that. But I was like, oh,
Sounds kind of
okay.
weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't really work out, but yeah.
I don't know. I think for me, like for some reason I always try to make like first dates like not like a big thing or like kind of a big thing, I guess. Like with the whole Del Mar thing, like I try to have it like do like try to make there be something to do actually, you know, instead of like just getting boba or getting coffee. Because then it's like, say you do that, then you guys go to boba and you guys just sit across from each other, and then you're forced to talk, you know. But it's like, I don't know. I don't want to like have to be forced to talk when it's like when I feel like talking and it's like just natural. Then it's like that's cool. And then like I feel like that kind of comes along like if you go on a date to like the fair or something, then it's like you guys are already doing something and then you talk along the way there or like while you're doing stuff, and I feel like that's cool, you know.
But sometimes some of the boba shops like have things to do. Like
Yeah.
Up to You has like the game, so you can do that while you're playing, right? It doesn't just have to be
Up to
boba.
You's
Boba is
cool,
kind
yeah.
of just like a
Yeah.
placeholder, you know?
Would you guys like, because majority of my first dates was I was picking them up. Is that like, would you say that's like the same for you guys or for
Manny
you?
had me
like,
meet him
I would
at said workplace.
I would always
I would offer, but then if they don't feel like it, then I get that, you know.
I wouldn't say that I would pick them up because I would always think about it from a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective too.
Like,
You know
oh,
what I
they're
mean?
gonna know where
'Cause
I
it's
live. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would think that a girl meeting a guy for the first time wouldn't want him to find out where she lives. You know?
yeah.
So I would always like for my first dates, I would always like offer to like meet somewhere public so that they would feel more assured. You know what I mean? And then I would pick them up from that public place. We would like drive off, talk, and then just like do whatever, like get food. You know?
From my perspective, though, when he was like, "Oh, do you want to meet me at XYZ?" I was like, why don't you just come pick me up? But that's,
You
Dang,
can
that
see what
means-
I'm saying though, right?
No, I get it because it's like I have done that where it's like I met like in a public place, but at that point it's like I knew we had mutuals. I've like seen him before. Like I know people I know, so it's like if I die, well then people
Yeah.
know.
it's like
Yeah.
they know who I'm with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that. But once you do pick them up, like that first ride is always kind of it's a little awkward.
Yeah. I did.
But
I did-
you know what they say. If a girl's not shy when she first meets you, then you're not that good looking, you know? So it's like
I don't know. I just
They were always shy for you, right?
yeah. I mean, it was always like shy, and then like
no, say it.
yeah. But
Wait, what'd you guys say?
No, because Manny said, if they ain't shy, then you're not that good looking. And I was like, hey, they were always shy for you, right? He just let me hanging.
yeah, I was like,
for me,
it
like I would
depends.
say a majority of them were shy for like the first like 20 minutes until like we finally got the ball rolling on like the
Yeah.
conversation. Like I would like, try to like ask them things about themselves, and then they would kind of give like shorter answers, kind of just leaving me at a dead end, and then I would have to come up with like a new topic.
yeah,
right?
no, I hate that, bro.
Yeah.
I hate like having to like put on a fucking show just for them to talk, you know. But as I don't know, I guess it's just part of the game. But yeah, I don't know.
It's a game. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, like, well, there's one time I went to I took a girl out to cause I guess this was the time when like those Korean corn dogs came out with like the cheese and stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
So then
Those are bomb.
we went to H Mart because they have it there, you know, the one in Convoy. And then yeah, she was just really shy, and it was like, I don't know if like she just didn't want to talk or she's just like introverted or you know what it was, but I always felt like I had to like keep asking questions to get her to talk, because if not, then it would just be silence, and I fucking hate that, dude.
Yeah, I had a few experiences like that too, but then eventually they like warmed up and then like started getting like, you know, all,
Yeah.
like, giggly, whatever and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how many of those
Giggly.
experiences do you
I
have?
don't know, man.
So many you can't count, bro. Like,
Hey, don't say that.
so little.
he's like,
So little that I
I don't
couldn't
know.
remember.
Yeah.
Your boys don't have their story straight.
You're fucking me up, Jared.
I haven't known him for that long, man. I can't. Don't take my word for it.
Daphne wasn't shy when we first like linked, but I would say that like
So you weren't
out
so
of
you didn't
like
think you were good looking?
no. That's I would just say that out of like all of the girls that I had gone on like first dates with, she was like definitely one of the most like expressive and like able to hold
Yeah.
conversation, you know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
And that really impressed me about her actually, because I thought that was like kind of new for me, you know? Like meeting someone who was able to match my energy and be on the same level as me from the start.
To be honest, I just like to talk.
But me too, though. That's what I'm
Me
saying. You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah.
No, see, the thing is,
You're a
like,
talker.
when
I
I
like to talk.
I notice the girls that I do, like, when I start like talking to a girl and like we go on a date and stuff, the girls that are like big talkers, they are the ones that I talk to or I end up dating the longest. But then later on, I start like, I don't know, my social battery just drains because they talk so much.
Have you ever felt like you were with a girl and like you couldn't like get in? Like it was just them like talking the whole time, and then you were trying to say something, but then it's kind of just like them
You know,
talking.
low key, I
Yeah.
felt like that was Daphne actually. Like
Really?
she's the only one who's ever made me feel like that.
It's like, yeah, I know, but and then they just keep going, and then like,
Yeah. And like you're gonna say something, but then they kind of like answer the thing that they were saying.
yeah, and then they're like, so what did you want to
I
say?
do that. Fuck.
Yeah.
I remember Daphne told me like that, you know, like the first time we ever hung out, she thought to herself like, oh damn, maybe I'm talking too much.
Yeah,
And then he told me, he's like, yeah, I thought you were. I was like, that's so...
but like
but that's cool though. That's
yeah, like I thought it was cool.
it takes a lot of pressure off of me too, because aside from like the other perspective where you're constantly just trying to get anything from them by like just saying like bringing up random ass questions, whatever comes into your head, and you feel like this pressure to like bring up any topic, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have someone talk too much than not.
Not
yes,
talk at all.
yes. I'd rather have someone
On
talk
a
more than
first
talk
date.
less.
On a first date.
Yeah.
Oh, Yuchi, what do you think? Would you rather have someone that talks a lot, or would you rather have someone that
I
doesn't?
don't know. I'll talk either way.
How are you when it comes to like talking with new people? Because I've known you for so long that
Yeah.
I don't have any recollection of what it was like before knowing you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with this whole like dating topic, I'm like, I don't know. I have never dated anyone. So
Well, it's just like, what do you think though?
I mean,
like-
I would enjoy if they could communicate with or like talk with me at the same time, but I feel like if they don't talk, then I will. Like I can fill the void myself. I don't need them to do that.
What would you prefer?
I mean, I'd prefer obviously if they were alive and breathing and like saying something.
The bare minimum?
The bare minimum, yeah. As long as they're nice
2
and
arms,
rich.
2 legs.
Yeah, but
One eye.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have enough like experience to be like, oh, like this happened, so I didn't really enjoy that. So it's still in the works. I would
But,
say.
like, when
you can
you
still
make
have an opinion about it too. You know?
when you make new friends or get to know new people, in what situation do you see like your friendships flourishing more? Like when you take over the conversation, when the other person takes over the conversation?
I guess just when it's like equal, I guess, which is lame, but like if they can like kiki with me, you know, you guys know how I am. Like when we go somewhere new, like I'll always like introduce myself to people. Like for example, at your house, Daph, when you invited us over for the first time, I was just like kikiing with all the girlies and the boys too. I was just like, hi, introducing myself, even though like the names is just like not going to be remembered, but just the formality of it, you know, out of respect for you. And like I'm in your home and it's their home too. I'm just like, hey, I feel the need to do that. It's, even when I'm leaving too, like I feel bad just like stepping out. I'm just like, oh, who's that bitch? They just left. Like, that's how I view things. Like, I feel like I need to make it known or that I'm there and that I acknowledge them too.
Like social etiquette.
Yeah, basically. So I feel like it would translate in like a dating scenario as well. I guess if they were like quiet as fuck, I'd be like, so like we're gonna talk, or
or like when people go into like your house and don't even greet you. I think that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. It's like, how are you gonna enter someone's home and like not even?
Yeah, that's why I always try to do that, because I feel like you never know if someone like, even if they don't say anything, even though you didn't say anything, they're probably thinking something like, oh, who the fuck is that?
This fuck ass bitch.
Like, do you think it's bad? Do you think it's bad if like I don't like say I went to I went to your party, right, and I just didn't talk to anybody there? Like, is that weird?
Why'd you go to the party?
No, I mean like I talked to like anyone new. I mean like anyone new, like anyone I didn't know.
Well, like,
but I mean I did though. But it's like But
I mean, you said hi to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I said hi to you and I said hi to like everyone else I knew already.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't say hi to like people I don't know.
Like her housemates or like other friends, for instance.
It's like
I mean, I'm the one that invited you guys there. Like me and Manny did, So it's like, if I would have been like, yeah, it's an issue. She didn't say hi to me, but you don't know the rest of my friends. So like, how are you gonna say hi? So
it's like more okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I did though. It was just like, I mean, the way it always happens is I just end up sitting somewhere and then someone else just ends up sitting next to me and be like, hey, what's up, bro? Like.
So everyone comes to you.
Yeah,
really.
and it's like I'm not the type of person just go up to someone and be like, hey, what's your name? Blah blah blah. Like I don't.
Me neither.
That's you.
Right, but like when you walk in the door and there are people there, you like greet them, like you acknowledge their presence.
I say, hey, what's up, and I look away because I'm shy.
No, but like that's like the bare minimum, right? It's like, how are you gonna walk into someone's house and like not even do that?
Yeah.
Because there's some girls that do that.
Yeah.
Like you walk in and then they're right there. They're just like,
just go straight to the couch.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
they
just
don't
like
do the shy look. They're just like, they look you up and down and then walk away.
oh.
Okay,
hell no.
fuck that. Yeah.
And be like, what?
Yeah.
What is it?
You want some Debo?
Say it to my face.
I don't know, but yeah. I would say like in those kind of situations where there's a lot of people and I have like my group and then there's a bunch of people that I don't know.
Like
I wouldn't really go out of my way to talk to those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
like,
kind of stick with
they're
my
two
own.
different groups, Like if I were to have like a big birthday party with like all the different like people I know, I don't expect them to all get along just because it's like they've never interacted.
Like if you have like the Pod server and the Boba Honey server like in one place, you know what I mean?
I could not do that. I don't know if mixing friend groups, I hate that. I hate it.
That's what I thought too, but then the party that you guys all came to, I felt like everyone was mixing. You did?
At your party.
You yacked?
He got
Not this
demolished.
weekend.
No,
not this weekend.
Oh.
no, but like my birthday party.
It was the
right?
birthday party
Yeah.
that you missed
I
because
didn't-
you were in
yeah,
Hawaii.
I
You didn't know?
No, because I was busy like taking care of everyone else.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you saying? Sorry. We'll
You
get back
yacked?
we'll get back to that. We'll get back
You
to that.
and Manny. I thought it was my
Yeah, you
birthday,
did
not
too?
everyone else's.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry.
What was I saying?
Mixing friend groups.
Yeah, because before when I would throw like my birthday party, I was very, very anxious with like everyone getting along and they didn't really talk to each other. But then with this one, I was like, I feel very connected with everyone that I invited. And everyone like meshed along very, very well. Everyone was like, oh yeah, everyone was like so cool. And like I would think that if I'm inviting like his friends over, then it's like you guys would be cool with my friends just because of like our relationship with each other. Yeah.
I mean, I only talked to like one new person there, but yeah.
Do you remember their name?
he used to work at but he was the really short dude. I don't even know if he's more of your friend or
Wait, Ed?
You're talking about
That's
never
the really
worked-
short dude.
Ed worked at DT or DTF.
I don't know. He says.
Are you thinking that because we said that he looked like someone that used to work there?
No, he was really short and he
Kevin?
No,
no.
it was probably Ed,
Okay, I don't know.
one of my friends.
See, I'm not good with names either, so it's like even if you tell me your name, I'm not gonna remember.
Was everyone there Asian?
Yeah.
Mostly.
Oh. He was
I
Asian?
think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was on the couch sitting next to me because I was crippled too. Remember? I was still wearing the cast, so I was just sitting down on the couch, and he sat next
It
to me.
probably was him.
I think so.
But he
Yeah.
knew Cindy already too.
He left early, right?
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the
We said he looked
Do you
like.
remember if Ed left early?
No, he
Like-
didn't.
Andy?
him? Yeah.
Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Oh,
I forgot.
my homie.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Andy
he
was
was
there?
more your homie then.
Yeah, he was there. He was there.
I
So I
forgot
didn't-
he was there.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he like knew. You know.
Oh yeah, because I've known that dude since like 6th grade, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh, Andy was there. That's
yeah, he was.
Yeah, he
there.
was.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I ended up yakking,
He's
dude.
he's my.
We like reconciled like drama that I didn't even know we had.
nice.
He was like, "Oh, we're cool now, by the way," and he like followed me on Instagram, and I was like, "I didn't know we weren't," even though he burned my fucking ankle. But anyways,
What was that at work?
yeah.
Did he like accidentally spill hot water on it?
Hot
Spelled
boba.
Damn.
Wait, I swear you were there.
I don't.
I'll show you
Maybe I
pictures.
was working, but I just wasn't on shift at the time.
Oh.
Pretty appalling, like 2nd-degree burn, and I still had to work
remember
2
seeing
more
the
hours.
picture actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looked like
there was like a
looked
bubble.
like Deadpool's face.
Yeah, it was. It's still scarring, but it's okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, I ended up yakking because we kept pouring shots over and over again.
Because he
Yeah.
showed up late, and he was like catch up. And then
Yeah,
he
I was like, fuck, I gotta catch up. And I was like, fuck, I'm crippled too. I can't seem like no bitch. And then so I just kept,
bro.
No, but it's like being crippled gives you the excuse. You know what I mean?
but I didn't want to rely on that
It's
excuse,
like, it's
you know?
like, don't use that.
And then it was like, also,
Didn't want to use that as a crutch.
yeah, then I was just like, I was like, fuck it, I'm not
Crutch.
driving. I mean, I didn't know I was gonna get like fucked up, but then, and I didn't eat before. It was just all like worst case.
Just all
scenario.
bad.
It just all lined up.
Yeah, bro, I was in the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom, like for like 30-40 minutes straight up just
Yeah.
yakking into the toilet, and I felt so
Did
bad.
you yak in the sink? Because after that
Yeah, I
party,
did.
that was
It's like,
you.
oh,
Yeah, I did. I tried.
was
I
like,
tried so hard to clean it up too.
No, you left bits of your yak.
No,
in the
I was
sink.
all pushing it. I was all
No.
pushing it in the drain too. I tried.
He exposed
Okay,
himself.
Okay, listen.
Wait, I thought you knew he yacked the whole time.
I got the hand soap and everything. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" So I was all squeezing the hand soap into the sink, into the toilet. I flushed
Into
it.
the toilet.
I was like, "Fuck, no, it's still there." And then so I went to the sink, and I was like, "Fuck, dude!" And then so I see the bits, and then I'm like, "Fuck!" And I'm all pushing it into the thing. And then I was squirting more hand soap, and then I was like,
Damn.
I went there the next morning. I was like, bro, who the fuck yacked in our sink? It was you. I'm gonna
like-
tell everyone.
I thought you knew this whole
No, I
time.
didn't even know you yacked. I thought Manny was the only one that yacked.
No.
Yeah, my bad.
Well, no, because
Well-
no, there were more people that yacked because like that party was hosted on a Saturday. The following Wednesday, the neighbor came up and complained about how there was like yak
yeah,
in their
someone-
front yard,
Yeah, someone
Oh.
yacked in the front yard. I don't know who it was.
but someone from the party yacked in the neighbor's yard.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
God, what did they
To
say?
the left or
They're
right?
like,
or
there's
what?
throw up in
It
my
was the one
right.
to the right, and we had problems with that with
Uh,
those neighbors. Yeah.
Oh.
And he was like, oh, not the left. Okay.
Yeah,
He's like-
go for the ones on the right if you're gonna
Yeah.
throw up. But yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it's a
sorry.
pretty good party.
I'm sorry. I tried.
Man.
I tried. I was freaking out about it too, and I was like, fuck, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go, and I just get
But why would you go in the sink?
because the toilet was already like hella yak, and then I was like, okay,
Damn.
Flush it.
so then like I would flush it, and then it's still like bits and stuff, so I was like, fuck, and then I'd go to the other one, and then I was going back and forth.
Between
Yeah.
the sink and the toilet?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't thinking coherently
I
either.
can't.
You know.
That's okay. I mean,
That's
I
why he
didn't
wasn't
know you got
talking
that
to
fucked up
anybody
that
because
night.
he got destroyed.
Yeah.
Because
No.
you were out.
It was
Yeah.
funny too because like it hit me out of nowhere. Like
It always does.
Yeah, like I was sitting at the table with like with Chris, Cindy, you Choi, and like who else? Like I think that's it, right?
Some other girlies, there's like Moon and
I don't know, but
what's
I was
her name, Liana?
like
Is that her name?
I remember
Yeah.
I remember just Chris and Kevin and Cindy just straight up just having a whole conversation. I'm just sitting there.
Were you like fucking
then-
or like disassociating?
he was
It
like,
was like it just like my vision just got like tunnel vision, and it was like it just hit me. I was like
And you're just looking at Kevin, just
no, and then I was like
Just a fucking
just like,
lens.
and then
Kevin's like, what?
I feel it too, so I'm just like, bro, don't fucking yak. Like in my head, I'm like, don't fucking yak. And then I start sweating because I'm trying so hard.
oh,
trying-
you
And
had
you
that
can't-
feeling that,
You can't run
Like
to
your
the
mouth was
bathroom. You
watering?
have crutches.
like not my mouth wasn't watering, but my whole face just started sweating. Like it looked like I just ran a mile, bro. Like I was sweating so hard, and I was like, oh my god, like that never happened to me before, like sweating like
Key and
that.
Peele scene.
I swear, I asked him
Yeah,
if you were
literally.
doing- he was like,
Literally like that. Like I was like dripping sweat, and then Chris just stopped me in conversation. She's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I'm
Bro,
like,
you're lucky nobody was using the bathroom. Like, there's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
was
people
like-
there. Like,
I was
Yeah.
like, "No, dude." Like, or no, I was
just throw
like,
up on the door.
I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I just go back, just like straight up, just like hella cross, just staring into the nothing, just like trying so
Did
hard
you
not to
smoke
throw up.
too?
I don't think so,
Um,
but yeah, I was like, you know what, this is getting out of hand, so I just went to the bathroom. Yeah,
I mean,
How'd you get to the bathroom?
Kevin walked
He
me.
crawled.
Oh.
oh yeah, Kevin took care of him again.
Yeah.
Kevin was pressed. Not really. He was just like, God damn it, like fucking.
What do you
fucking
mean
fuck.
again? When's another time Kev took care of me?
Okay,
You
but
don't
then
remember?
Aljo was taking care of Kevin at Big Bear, so
No, when
Yeah.
when he got
when-
fucked up,
yeah.
you were fucked up too.
Me?
Yeah, the in and out.
I was just like,
That's
I
when you're
I wasn't
mean
as
to
fucked
me.
up as Kev. Oh, at In and Out.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, Kev took care of me at In and Out. Yeah, that's when I was.
He's
That,
your fucking guardian angel.
that was the first time I was ever mean to Choi, and I was like, damn.
I know, and I'll never forget.
That was when my true colors were revealed, and then Choi was like, "What the fuck?"
I just asked what you wanted from In-N-Out, and you're like, "Don't do that," and I was like, I was like,
you-
okay.
What did you
shit.
do
No,
again?
I was chilling in the passenger seat, right?
I
Hello?
went up to his window. I'll tell it because I was the sober one. So I went up to him. He was in the passenger of, was it Kevin's car or yours?
I don't remember, but
And
I was hella reclined, right? Yeah.
I know, like when you're drunk, like knocking on a window can scare the fuck out of you. So I went up to the window and I just like, I was just like, hey,
Okay,
like
no,
your
it was more
fingernail.
just like,
I didn't even use. I didn't do this. I did this.
okay.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
actually
He's like-
this. Like, but I was polite, and then he was not. So, but then I took it like he's drunk, so I was just like, whatever, we'll just get whatever.
Is that all he said? Don't do that?
No, because he was like, I
Was
asked
he
him-
aggressive?
He rolled it down, and I was just like, oh, like, what do you want from In-N-Out? Are you okay? And he was just like, don't do that, and rolled it back up, and I was like,
It'll roll back up.
And the thing is, I didn't know this happened
and I was like,
until he told me about it, and I was like, oh yeah, huh? And then like
oh yeah,
the next day, I was just like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool, huh? And then Troy was like, yeah, you're a fucking asshole or something.
No, but I took it with a grain of salt. I was just like, he's not sober, and it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna be like, fuck Jered, fuck him,
Yeah,
Unless you like, I don't know. If it was worse than that, then maybe, but it wasn't.
I don't know. I guess you have to see.
But I mean, yeah, being at your house is cool. I like it. Besides
Thank
the dogs
you.
hitting me, but they're
No, the
warming up
dogs
to me. I
just have
think the
been
last time we
barking
were
so
there,
much.
they were.
They always do.
Dude, they hate Kevin.
Really?
They were just barking at Kevin.
The
Because
whole
he's a
time?
cat guy, that's why.
Yeah, I think all dogs bark at Kevin.
My dog didn't. I have a
Oh.
picture of Kevin like smiling while he's petting Rocky.
Shiloh barked at Kevin. Yeah.
Great party. Wow, I didn't know how many people yacked.
I know. I didn't.
I probably
I
would
didn't
have if I
either.
was there.
He would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He would have.
Considering they did.
Yeah.
Because he fell asleep before Cindy and Kevin left, right? And my housemates helped me get him to my room. And then he like takes off his clothes and then he's like, I need a bag. So I grabbed one, just everything he drank, just right there in that bag.
Dang.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because Cindy drove me that night. I threw up in a plastic bag on the way there too.
On the way?
Yeah.
Or on the way home.
Oh.
On the way there, you're
Yeah.
Just nervous.
How did you have that much left?
I don't even.
She's like, after what I saw, how did you
Because
Yeah.
I remember the first time, like the first couple yaks.
What was
just,
there bits of if you didn't eat?
There was just random shit, you know.
It's like hot
then,
dogs.
But then after like the first two initial yaks, everything was just clear, just
Just
all,
liquid.
Like,
That's
yeah.
kind of bad.
Next time I have a function in my house, if someone yaks in the sink, I'm gonna know who did it.
Thanks gonna look at
Yeah.
it like, no, that's
Yeah.
not me. Like,
Okay,
Nah, I'm
that's-
yakking in the sink.
That's literally like yeah. No, that's only happened to me. I've ever only done that, like including
that you can remember.
Yeah, no, I know for sure. Including that time 3 times ever. Yours is
That's what you
That's a
said.
lot.
3 times?
like, I mean, just yacked at someone's house
Oh.
in general,
Oh.
like 3 times ever, and that's only and I
I
remember
thought
all
you meant
of
the
them.
sink.
But yeah,
I've lost track. I don't know. But
Yeah, me too.
You didn't even say anything about it.
because I thought like everyone knew already. Because I mean, Cindy and Chris were like, and
No one told me
I'm
anything.
sorry, I didn't know. I thought you knew this whole time.
Sorry, the damage is done already.
It's okay. You
The
can
bathroom
yak,
looked great
you can
though
yak in
when we were
mine.
there.
When do you ever host anything?
I only want to say one thing so far. Because I mean, maybe in July when my parents are in Hawaii.
all right, bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that
Yeah, when you come
karaoke
back.
going
When I
again.
come back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah. like when you come back in July.
Yeah, join us.
4th of July. 4th of
Actually,
Join us.
We'll live
I don't
stream.
know.
We'll live
Maybe-
stream it on
maybe
Twitch.
it's-
Wait,
Yeah.
because I don't really be having shit to do for 4th of July. You know what I mean?
Neither
So,
do I.
I don't either. I'm just like, what is it?
Sometimes
Fireworks.
I
and
do,
that's it.
but-
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever like do host anything, it's more like I just give an idea. Let's go to this place rather than like let's go to my house. type
That's
thing,
your
you
way
know?
of hosting, throwing
but you
out
got a
ideas.
nice ass house, like bitch. I felt
Yeah.
like a fucking like a rodent, like in your home. Like I felt so poor. I was like, what
My-
is
My
this?
parents are like clean freaks too, so like if I do clean up, it's like a big cleanup where I, like beforehand I take pictures of everything so they're in the exact same place. when
I do
put it
that
back.
too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Because I remember one time I had a party at my house. It was with all of the people, people, right? And yeah, so that weekend my parents were out, and my mom comes back home and she's like, "Hey, this frame isn't where it used to be." And I'm like, I just completely ignored her, like I didn't even hear her. And then she's like, she comes up to me later that day and she's like, "Manny," and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "The couch cushions, the zippers, they face the bottom." And I'm like, "Oh." And then she's all like, "You threw a party, huh?" And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" Just like playing it, but like, you know, at that point she already knew, you know.
Oh,
But yeah, so she caught me because of that.
dang.
I didn't get in trouble because
Yeah.
she was fine with it. But yeah,
Dude, one time my mom was like, she pulled out a hair, like a long hair, yeah,
No
and it
way.
was all dyed and shit. She's like,
clearly it wasn't hers. Yeah.
yeah. So my mom's like, so you having people over? And I'm just like, what's that? Like I'm all playing it. I'm like, what is that?
Oh
Like,
my god.
like, it's a girl's hair, Jered. And I'm like, who?
And you're like,
He's like, oh, is that auntie's?
like whose hair is that?
You
You
know,
know?
maybe Shiloh,
know.
like-
Is that? I was like, is that my sister's? And she's like, does your sister's hair look like this? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, and then I just kept playing with them. She's like, all right, and then she just gave up. But I mean, I'm pretty sure
Nice.
in the back of her mind, she was like, this fucker, you know.
The worst thing for me is like like I threw something in my house. This was like last year. My parents went away for something, and then I forgot. Oh no. My dad was asleep, and my dad's a hella heavy sleeper.
You snuck people in while your dad was sleeping.
Yeah.
And
then,
But he does that all the time.
Really?
And then my mom was at work, and then everyone left. It was cool, and then I went to sleep, and then I cleaned up like everything, but I forgot the floor.
Yeah.
And then because my floor downstairs, it's
Tile.
tile and like wood.
Mhm.
So like you could kind of see if like people have been like stepping in it, like if they're like
yeah.
outside and they come inside, you know. Because usually downstairs, like you can, since it's like, you know, hard floors, you can leave your shoes on, or like we always have like slippers,
Mhm.
you know. And then my mom was like, "Did you have people over last night?" And I was like, "Oh, why?" I didn't say yes or no yet. I just want to see her reaction. She's like, "Floors are really dirty," and I was like, "Yeah, I did." And then she was
Yeah,
like,
you gave in so easily, man.
no, because I knew she wouldn't like get mad, and she was like, "Oh, next time just make sure you clean it." And then she didn't get mad because my dad didn't wake up. If my dad woke up, then she would have. But like since he didn't,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fine.
Gotta deny, man. Deny it all the way.
nah, she was
Learning
fine.
as a boy, I feel
Yeah.
like it's so different.
Cause for me,
It is so different. We find fun in throwing rocks.
because my parents are like in their I know in their head they're probably thinking like, why the fuck would he deny it so much? Like he would probably give in by now. And then I keep pushing it. You're like, no, what the fuck? Why would I do that? I would tell them, why would I lie? You know?
Bro, you be playing these mind games on
Yeah.
them.
No,
It's like, why would I lie about that?
I'm actually, dude. I was thinking about this. I was like, why am I so like sneaky with my parents? Like, I'm actually like very like, I'm literally playing like fucking chess with them in my head, bro. Like, cause
Strict parents raise the sneaky kids. That's what it is.
no, I'm like, dude. If you didn't want me to be sneaky, you wouldn't have made me smart. You know, like that's what you get. You know, like, because yeah. So, but yeah, literally today, literally today. So I used to have like a curfew literally up until today, because my parents are fucking strict, you know, and like I would never talk about it just because it's like kind of embarrassing, you know, and it's like, but that's like the literally the only restriction they have on me. So I'm in my head, I'm just like whatever. If it happens, it happens, you know. And then when I went to Manny's thing, I got in trouble because they saw my location. Like they just happened to check my location at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then they didn't say anything until the day after when I got home. I was just finished working out. I'm all like eating, and my stepdad goes, you know, I went to the Apple store today to get my thing checked up, right? And I was like, oh, wow, what happened to your phone? He's like, yeah, it says your location was here in like Convoy area for like at 2 a.m. And I'm like, I'm just like, that's crazy. And then he's like, so you're sneaking out again, huh? And I'm just like, I didn't say anything. I'm just like, I'm not gonna incriminate myself. He's like, yeah, you know what, man? Like, I don't even know this is your third time sneaking out, and like we already talked to you about this so many times. I don't even know if I can say you anymore. And he's like, you know what? Just wait till your mom gets home because she's going to work. And then my mom comes home, and she doesn't say anything. So I'm like, oh, you know, like
I'm off the
yeah,
hook.
okay,
It's
maybe she's just she's too tired to
Don't
talk
matter.
about it. And then today, I wake up, bro, to my mom just fucking pissed. And then like I'm like, why didn't she say this last night? But anyways, she comes home. She comes home from grocery shopping. She's like, yeah, so why the fuck are you sneaking out again, huh? Like, we already told you if you sneak out again, you're getting kicked out. And I'm like, it's like, so she's like, so what'd you do? I was like, oh, I just went to my friend's like graduation thing. Like, he graduated, you just want to drink. And then she was like, you know what, like, you do, like, we only have like one thing to do with you, like, you know, like one restriction, and all you have to do is just like at least let us know if you're coming home like after 1 or blah blah blah. And I'm just like,
Was
okay.
that the rule? I thought
It was like I have to be home, and if not, then I have to like text them, but it's only if I'm like drunk. So I was told, I was like, what if I'm not drunk and I just want to stay longer? And then she's just like, then don't, like, just drive back home. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
while you're drunk,
Yeah.
drive home.
So
What if I want to stay? Don't.
So I'm just like, yeah. So I'm just like, what, like, what are we like, what's gonna happen? You know, like in my head, I'm like, how the fuck is this gonna happen? And then she's like, yeah, so if you sneak out one more time, like, I'm taking your car. And I'm like, you don't even pay for it, I pay for it. And then she's like, I don't give a fuck. She's like,
Damn.
she's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm taking your fucking car. And I'm like, okay. And then she goes back to go cook and stuff, and she comes back.
She felt bad. She's like, ah. It's
I
always
don't-
the fucking
No, it's just that
parent
whenever
remorse.
it's just that whenever she lectures me in the beginning, it's always just like fucking
Mad.
like, yeah, she's just pissed. And then
full
mad.
on like
Yeah, and then like it's just all like emotion, like no like logic. That's why she said that.
Oh.
And then she has to like calm down for a bit, and then she comes back, and then she was like, all right, if you're gonna stay out past 1, at least let us know. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then she was like, but don't ever fucking sneak out again. And I'm like, okay. And then like in my mind, I'm like, dude, I just fucking won, you know, like this is what I was like
I've
literally,
been fighting all my life.
like literally I knew
Jered said checkmate.
I was this whole plan of me like getting all my restrictions. I used to have so many more restrictions in high school, bro. But every restriction I used to have, it was me like slowly building up to it to the point where they would just like, I would just keep doing it until they gave up. And that's literally what happened this time. Because even when I snuck out to go to your thing, Manny, like I could have turned off. I remember on the way there, I was thinking maybe I should turn off my location, but I didn't, because I knew like if I were to get caught, on the off chance I were, which just so happened to be this time, on the off chance I were to get caught, we would have this conversation, and then they would think about it, and logically there's nothing they could do about it, because it's like I live on the first floor, so I sneak out through my window, you know.
Yeah.
And what are they gonna do? Put an alarm on my window? What if it's hot in the middle of the night? You know, I could open my window, and then it's like they can't take away my car because I need my car to go to work, and it's like I have so much other shit I need to do with a car, and then it's like, what else can they do? You know. So
besides evict you.
yeah, besides like kick me out, but it's like they wouldn't want to fuck me up like that when like I'm only a year away from graduating too, you know. So it's like
So you knew like they can't do nothing
yeah,
to you.
in my head I'm like, it's checkmate, bro. Like I win.
It's like I got all the cards.
Yeah, and then so like I was like, you know what, maybe I could have turned off my location, but I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna ignore it.
But you had your whole chest out, like you just were not afraid with
Yeah.
that.
So black check.
And then so then yeah, I it happened, and then now I have like no restrictions anymore, so I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Nice,
That's
as it
what's
should be.
Or you can just move out.
That too.
I fucking wish, dude. I'm so broke right now.
Yeah,
I need a
rent is
big
pretty
boy
bad.
job.
Mm.
I need a big boy job, and shit's hard to get a place right now. But yeah, especially like in a place that like I would actually be satisfied living in, because I do not want to share a place with anyone else.
Like you want your own apartment or like your own.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. He doesn't want to be roomies with anyone.
Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't even room with
Not even
my closest
housemates?
friends. No.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think it would be like fun?
No, because it's like a whole different dynamic, you know? Because I mean, I've heard stories where like, because and my close friends in high school, they all went to Irvine except for me because I didn't get accepted into Irvine. So then they all dormed together. None of them are friends anymore.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. So I only kick it with one of them now. And then so, I mean, I guess that's just like one scenario, like one case where that happened.
I've heard similar stories.
But it's like, you know, I don't want to like have to argue about who does what in the house when like I could preserve this friendship from a distance where it's like you keep it as friends instead of trying to like, because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people see moving in with your friends as like a next step to your friendship. And I guess that could be depending on your friendship, I guess, and like depending on like how you guys live. But it's like, it's a whole different dynamic to me. And it's like, I don't want to ruin that.
I think it's more so on the way you guys live together. Because like me and my housemates, like I was like friends with all of them, but then I got closer to them because I lived with them. But then at the same time, a lot of our living styles are very much the same. Like I'm not for a chore board. We just do stuff when it needs to be done, you know? But then in terms of like friendship, we all have like our own separate lives. Like the last couple of weeks, I feel like I've barely seen any of them. So it's like when I do get the chance when we're all hanging out, I will like hang out with them.
Yeah. And it's like, you don't know how some people were raised too, you know? Like, I don't want to like live in a house where other people don't know how to fucking clean, you know?
But then you talk about it before moving in.
Yeah, but then I don't want to have to like tell them, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't want to be that type of person to be nitpicky about that shit either.
Right.
What if like, you know, they what stuff do you need to be cleaned then? Like dishes?
Like just like the bathroom, like the kitchen, like just
Oh.
like, you know, like just normal shit, you know, like shit
what,
that gets dirty.
What if it's
over
like
time.
you clean your own mess?
Yeah,
Like
that's
you,
fine, yeah.
Like you make.
But it's like, you
but
know,
then there's also like communal areas
Yeah, like the
too,
bathroom
you
and
know,
the
like
kitchen.
a shared bathroom, a kitchen,
Yeah.
a living room, you know.
and it's like at the end of the day, if you're my friend and we both think alike, we're both gonna think, oh, the other person, because I do that shit where it's like, oh,
You
okay.
don't want to live to yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then nobody cleans it.
Yeah, and then nobody cleans it. So then I don't want to have to be like, fuck, fine, I'll clean it. Like you fucking ungrateful bitch, you know. And
Oh my
then
god.
I want to have the experiences where I am living with roomies, but I also want to have an experience where I have like a 1-bedroom apartment too. I think that would be pretty cool just to like be completely
Yeah.
on my own, you know?
because also I also want to like what do you call it? Furnish, like where you put your own furniture and shit, like in the way I want it to. And it's like I don't know if my roommates or my homies are down to like make it like that, you know. But I want to be able to just like I want it to like almost be like my room, but expanded to like a kitchen and a living room and my own bedroom type thing, you know.
Oh, like a studio apartment?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, all I really need is just a kitchen, bathroom, and living room, and my bedroom. That's it. And then I could just do it. I could just design it however I want.
That's all you need. How about your guys's? Like, would you move in with your friends?
Yeah.
I would like to.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was just going to say that, like, I think the most crucial part is making sure to have a sit down, you know, full out conversation about how things should be expected to go when you move in together, you know?
Yeah. Best thing, I don't want to even have to have that conversation. Because it's like,
You're just refusing everything.
yeah, well, it's just like, if you just like you should know this by the beginning type thing.
But it's
for
like,
me, yeah.
you can't assume that everyone will. And
Yeah.
so,
You need to
like,
communicate.
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, I think if I was to have this conversation, I would like start it off with like, hey, I don't want to have this conversation. I'm
Yeah.
not doubting you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys can do this, but just to make sure we're on the same page, and then XYZ.
Yeah. So I know like some people's like definition of like cleanliness is different too. And like just with my parents are clean freaks. So it's like, that's all I know. So it's like,
Same.
it's like I'm like their standard of cleanliness is like mine too, you know. So it's like I know my parents could be annoying when they want to clean shit. So it's like I feel like if I were to live with someone, I would what do you
So
call
break
it?
the chain.
And then leave my shit dirty, you know, like
Don't leave it dirty, but
I don't know, like I don't want to like if I like lessen my expectation of cleanliness, then I feel like it's dirty, and I don't like living in dirty places, you know.
So you like bleach everything, and you like
Yeah, dude, I clean my bathroom like once a week.
I feel like living, because none of you guys like lived on campus, right? Or like with, I feel like that just kind of lowers your standards of cleanliness, right? Because it's like half of my house did graduate like last year. So it's like we do still live in the college homes. I would say relatively clean,
Oh, your
right?
guys' place is clean.
Thank you. Right? But we also
the downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, we do also clean like before and after like big events, but it's not like we're consistently cleaning and stuff, you know? But that's just like how we live. Like our dynamic works for us.
You see the slippers that I have at their house, Jered? I'll be cleaning.
Yeah. You're cleaning when just walking, bro.
No, but for real, ever since like Manny started coming over, he just like does the dishes, he does my laundry, he just be doing my chores.
Yeah, because it's like I'm over so much to the point where like I kind of feel bad because it's like I'm freeloading in a sense. So like I don't want to be seen that way. So I try to offer as much help as I can give, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to live with other people.
How about you, Troy?
that's apparent. I mean, I would love to live alone because I feel like just similar to Jered, like having my own space and it's decorated how I like. That sounds so cute, but unrealistic at this point.
I mean, you could get like a 1-bed apartment like that. A lot of people do that, and it's, you know.
I
Or
mean,
even
I
a
definitely
studio.
could with the money I have now, but it's just like I'm not trying to like work more to pay for rent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
living
takes a
with people
fat-
like sounds cool, but I've heard a lot of issues with people living together and now they're like not friends anymore. Like, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I like it's literally like almost like 50-50, like whether people like when they move in with people like their homies, whether they get along or not after like a couple months or a year, you know. Like I always ask people what it's like, and it's always like 50-50 whether they get along or not anymore.
Damn.
And it's like I don't want to do that with my friends, you know.
I mean, you
I-
live and you learn.
I feel like no matter what, it's like a blessing because then if you realize you can't live with these people, then you learn that, you know. That's just how it went down. You learned the hard way that you can't live with these people anymore, but now you know what to expect more. I don't know.